Hello everybody, and welcome back to Riverside 22 in Farming Simulator 22. This is episode number 11, and we've got some things to do. First thing we are going to do today is Missy B has sent us the update to this map. For some reason, on silly little things, it keeps failing Giants testing, but Missy sent it through to me so that I can update and we can crack on. So, what we need to do, however, as part of the update, is the cow barns go from 800 down to 200. So, because we have got 80% here in the reproduction for those brown Swiss, and 80% here for the production of those Holsteins, rather than waste the fact that they're about to reproduce, we are going to sell 50 brown Swiss here, which have only got 30% reproduction, and 50 Holsteins as well. So we're going to sell them like so, and like so. That's going to give us 100, meaning that when we update to the map, that'll be okay. And obviously what that has also done is given us £67,000. So on that as well, we will take the opportunity to finish paying off that little bit of loan. Now, that's all we've kind of got set for August. I have made a decision that we are going to reduce it down to one-day seasons, just so that there's potentially more available for us to do each time, and we just skip 2 days when we need to. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a rest, and we'll be back in September, and we'll be back on the updated version of the map. Okay, so here we are, into September. Now, there'll be a few things that we will need to do. Firstly, let's just check on our cows and see what's happened there. So we have run out of hay again. We're okay on straw at the moment, although it looks low, and we're okay on silage for now. Now, no more food is going to be produced at the moment because there is no hay in there. So we are going to need some grass very, very soon. But as you can also see, we are down to 100 of 200 cows, so that's good. What have we got? Sorry, we've got 77,000 litres of slurry and 35,000 litres of milk as well. So that's fine. Now I think the next thing we are going to do is get that field planted with some oats. So field 29, as mentioned in the last episode, needs planting. So there's our open air greenhouses working nicely with a few boxes of cotton there. Okay, oh, a bit tight there. Right, so I think what we'll go and do while we're here is we will fill up with seeds and fertilizer, preferably without clipping the gate. There we go. Okay. Now, one thing I would like to get at some point is a little seed tender so that we don't have to keep running this backwards and forwards. So that might be something we look at buying now that we are at £134,000 with no debt. We've got what we could also do with doing potentially is upgrading and getting a few more sheep, although they have reproduced recently because they've gone from 8 up to 16. That's good. Okay, so we will jump in here and we will plant some oats. Okay, so you rejoin us just as we're finishing off this field. Just check that we haven't missed a little bit of the corner there. And just run ourselves along this last little bit of the final headland. So we did have to go and refill the seeder once. So as I say, having to run this all the way back to the yard to fill it up. So I think what we will do is we will look at getting a little seed tender. I've got one installed by 82 Studios, so hopefully we can afford that, get that in the yard, and that will be perfect for us. So we'll give this a quick wash down. If I hadn't forgotten that I'd left that tractor in the way. Let's just pull him out and over here for now. And that concludes our planting for this season. Oh, and that little beep tells me we also need to fill the tractor up with some fuel. Just pull forwards and we'll refuel this. And fully fueled. Right. And what we also need is a small little trailer to be able to transport our pallets around, because we've got a few to get rid of. So pop this in the shed. There we go. Sorry, I can't reverse properly. Could have put it in that open shed really, but never mind. There we go. Right, we've got 6 pallets of cotton. Now, my guess is that the price for cotton is not going to be at its best. No. March. So, we'll leave them there for now. That shouldn't be a problem. But what I think we've got some milk that we could sell. It's pretty much at a good price as well. I think we'll do that. So, let's jump out and we'll let the Massey do the work this time. Just got to remember where I left that tank now. I think it's over here. Yep, there we go. Let's run some milk. So, we'll do one load. Woo. And then I think we'll let auto drive do our other load. We'll fill this up, and I'll see you over at the sell point. Okay, so we've made it down to the supermarket pallets to sell. Now, what we are going to do is I've had to create a little bit of an auto drive course down here, as you can see. So, I've taken the auto drive wages off just for this. We're just going to test it, and if it works, we'll then turn it back on and we'll leave it to run. There we go. So hopefully it'll go a little bit further forwards and it will start reversing. Now, it looks promising. If it gets it all the way into the trigger and we see our money go up, we should be good to go. Looks like it, so we'll let him pull away and then we shall turn our wages back on. Make sure he pulls out properly. There we go, look at that. So we shall put our wages back to how we had them before and we will let him continue to run. Lovely. Right. So he is going to do our milk. Let's just double check how much we've got now. We've got basically 2 loads, so he'll get rid of those and then he shall come back. Right. So we've sold our cows. We've drilled our oats. Let's go check our field that we planted in the last episode. Or the episode before last, whichever it was, I can't remember now. All looks okay, growing. Says nitrogen bad, so I wonder whether... Let's have a look over here. Although it's saying 100. pH is good. It's got a little bit of an orange patch in the middle. I think that's where I had some issues with like course play when I was using it without any fertilizer in the tank. So I think that's probably just going to be something we're going to have to live with for this one, but that's okay. Expected yield 100%, 125, pretty good. I will grab the spreader actually, and we'll have a look and see if we can spread anything. Probably won't. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. We'll just make sure that we maximise it next time out. Now, the other thing I was thinking, so we need, as I said, we need to get ourselves a seed tender. Well, I'd like to get ourselves a seed tender. One thing we do need is a trailer to transport pallets. But one thing I'm also looking at doing is looking at whether we look at getting the grain mill. Because we've got plenty of money, and if we look at our stock check, we have got oats, and we've just planted oats. We've got barley, we've got sorghum. Now, all three of those we can stick into the grain mill and create some flour. And then we can either sell that off, or we can, like we did with dairy, maybe rent a bakery. We shall have a look. We're not going to make that decision in this episode. I think what we'll do is just see if this is actually going to work. It is going to work. So we shall make sure we get this topped right up. And I think for today, that'll be it. So I'm going to finish off this field, but I'll leave it there. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, please like the episode. Please share it with your friends. And subscribe if you haven't already. And please do comment on what you think we could do for next time. And we shall see you all in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Cheerio.